All right, all right, all right, all right. Hey guys, anyway, today we're going to move on from, let me get my chord wheel here. Yesterday, we played in the key of F, if you watched my video. If not, shame on you, right? Anyway, I did F, B, and C. Today, we're going to move the chord wheel one chord over to the key of B flat, which is B flat, E flat, and F. And the little baby B, it's a staff, I call it a baby B, always represents a flat, so it's B flat. So remember, baby B means flat anytime you see it in front of a chord. And per viewer suggestion, I changed my diagrams over so it looks more like a guitar fretboard going this way. Okay, which was a good suggestion, thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, the difficult chord for most of us is going to be E flat. I miss it still, but I don't play it a lot either. But we want to learn every chord, right? So we're going to play this chord. I think I played this E flat in like a David Bowie tune a long time ago. I don't remember. I haven't used it much. I think it was a David Bowie tune. Might have been. But anyway, we are going to do our three slow strums of each chord. And is there anything I'm leaving out? Yes, there is. If you have a hard time with this E flat chord, you don't necessarily have to play that. Okay? It'll still sound good. And that's just and what I mean, it's like a guitarist trick. Like, say you gotta play this really fast. You can get away with just playing these three notes, this chord right here, without coming down here. But to be legal, to make that an E flat, you really should play it here. But if I was playing this thing at a super high speed, I would cut that out personally and just do the triad right here. But we are going to play this there, that. Let me fix that. Dang it. We're going to play it there, and forgive me, I drank a lot of coffee today. We're going to play the G string. So let's begin. We'll start on B, we'll go to F, and to E flat. And have your guitars tuned and ready. And for any of you new guys that just picked up a guitar, hopefully they sold you a tuner. Some of them places won't even tell you, you need it, and they don't like to ask. But you definitely need a tuner. I recommend a Snark. Those are very good and durable, and they can hit the ground, and they don't break, and the battery doesn't fly out of them. I like Snarks. I think most people use Snarks. But anyway, maybe I'll do a lesson on how to use the Snark tuner. But with that said, let's do some strumming. And like I said, we're going to go B. What did I say? We'll go B, F, E, B flat, F, E flat, okay? So here we go. I think my guitar's on. Yep, okay. We're going to strum down 3 times. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Did I say F? 3, E flat. B flat, F, E flat, B flat, F, E flat, B flat. All right. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, I talk about arpeggiating chords, which just means hitting each note separate, like one at a time, and that'll show you kind of how it's really melodic. That's B flat. good thing too to learn string skipping. F. Of course, that's E flat, back to B. F. If you have an infant, playing arpeggios real slow is a good way to put them to sleep, right? It's just so melodic doing that. I love it. Or if you want to make your girlfriend cry, and maybe get lucky, I don't know, one of the others. Anyway, I shouldn't have went there, but anyway, arpeggios, aren't they beautiful? That's a Malmsteen. I don't know if you've ever heard of Angry Malmsteen, but his high-speed shreds are based on arpeggios, which means most of his stuff he's actually playing chords at a high-speed rate, but he's not playing the chord. You know, he's which means a lot of his soloing structures are built around the chord itself. And speaking of soloing, remember, when you do start soloing, or if you already are, and like I said, this is basic beginner, okay? This is basic beginner. So all you guys that know your shit, advanced players, I understand you already know this, but a lot of guys don't. If we're playing in the key of B flat major, you will go to, and if we want to play pentatonic scales, we want to say you play these chords and you want to do a pretty cool scale and notes. You got to know what notes go with this key. So in your book, you look up B flat major pentatonic, and it'll show you what notes go with these chords. Okay? And this is for all you new guys. So definitely, I'm going to say this: you need to get Circle of Fifths wheel. You know, there's only a few pages in this book. It just shows you how to read the info you have here up front. Definitely need guitar chords. Millions of books, doesn't have to be this one. You can get any kind you like. And look at all these chords. Wait a minute. My God. And that's not all of them. Like I said before, I think there's over 1,500 chords on guitar. But most guys, most of your, like I said before, most of your favorite songs are going to be major and minors, basic major and minors. So you don't need to learn all 1,500 chords unless you're going to be a GIT instructor, teaching music theory to 4-year students, or probably 6 years. God, it'd take me 6 years to learn all that. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this little course today. And tomorrow, I'm going to jump down to the key of E flat. And it looks like they're all flats. It sure is. It's going to be E flat, A flat, and B flat. And like I said, we're not doing anything out here yet. We're not doing any of these chords. Our primary chords are going to be in this first circle. And when we work our way all the way back, to EAD or AED. Let's see, I call it EAD. It just because of EAD GBE. I got used to saying EAD, but it's a, you know, either way, EAD. When we get back to that, we're gonna throw our minors in, and we're gonna start playing more chords. Okay, and it's gonna get more complex, but don't let it scare you. Take your time and have fun with it. That is my suggestion, because once this thing makes you angry, just put it away. Don't play it anymore, because it is a complicated beast. I think they say guitar is one of the hardest instruments to play, if not the hardest. So keep that in mind, but don't let it scare you either. And depending on how much you want to learn, you know, that's all up to you, man. The sky's the limit with these. So anyway, you all have a good one. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And like I said before, any more, you know, any more thoughts on what I could do better, let me know. I can't make these videos, you know, very long because they won't download. I think I got like, I've never went 15 minutes. I've went 12 minutes, and this one's going on the verge of 12. So hopefully this will download. That's my issue. YouTube only lets us have so much time unless we start paying YouTube, and I'm not going to give YouTube money to post videos. So anyway, because I don't make money on YouTube. If I started making money on YouTube, I'd throw some money back at it, but my channel isn't big enough. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for the call out. You know, I think that'll work better too. So anyway, you all have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. All right.